Okay, I'll say a short prayer. Heavenly Parents, thank you very much that we are so grateful that we can come together, centering on studying the divine principle, which was given to us through parents. And through the divine principle, we can see everything very clearly from your viewpoint, that our life can be really better in terms of our understanding of our reality and our future, and also what we do in every day. I pray that you can be with us in this gathering of Moto family. I pray this in your name, blessing the family. I do. Okay, let's read it. This is what page is it?
Where does it start?
Uh,
The worst things in creation.
Yeah, this is page
26 or 27. I see that.
page 29, but I think we can start from
Oh, you switched it.
yeah.
Where are you asking me?
Oh, creation. I don't know, I forgot. You said 26, you said, right? 26, 27. Yeah, this is, I think maybe we can go from here. It's a page 27 from yellow portion here. Okay, I'll read. Let us consider the example of human beings as the object partner to the mind. The body establishes a common base with the mind and engages in give and take action with it. Figuratively speaking, the body then revolves about the mind and attains a complete oneness with it. If and when the mind stands as the object partner before God and revolves around him, resonating in the oneness with him, and when the body becomes one with this mind, the individual will resemble God's dual characteristics and thus stand as God's embodied object partner. Thereupon, the person fulfills the purpose of creation. The mind and body are also each composed of dual characteristics, so they carry on continuous movement within themselves. Thus, the circular movement produced through the give and take dynamic between mind and body ceaselessly alters the angle of revolution around God and becomes spherical. People who have realized the purpose of creation exist as three-dimensional beings who always lead their lives in spherical relationship centered on God. This is how they can attain mastery even over the incorporeal world. When the circular movement of the subject partner and the object partner on a single plane become a spherical movement in a three-dimensional orbit, the dynamism and the creativity of the universe unfolds. Variations in each orbit, the distance, shape, state, direction, angle, force, and the velocity are manifest as the beauty of creation in its infinite variety. Just as all beings have internal nature and external form, there is a type of spherical movement, motion that corresponds to internal nature and the type that corresponds to external form. Likewise, there is a center of motion that corresponds to internal nature and the center that corresponds to external form. These two centers have the same relationship as that between internal nature and external form. What is the ultimate center of all these spherical movements? human beings are the center of all created things, which are embodied object partners to God's dual characteristics in symbol. God is the center of human beings who are created as his embodied object partners in image. Consequently, the ultimate center of all spherical movement in the universe is God. Okay, next. Okay, Rachel, you want to read that from here? Let us.
Okay. Let us consider this further. Every object partner to God contains a subject partner and an object partner within himself. The center of their relationship is the subject partner. So the center of the union between subject partner and object partner is also the subject partner. Since God is the center of the subject partner, he is also the ultimate center of the union. As discussed above, the three substantial object partners to God, subject partner, object partner union, also form common bases with each other. As each of the three takes the central position and becomes one with others through give and take action, with God as their ultimate center, they fulfill the three object purpose and establish the four position foundation. Accordingly, the ultimate center of the four position foundation is God. All things that have established four position foundations in this manner are individual embodiments of truth. As mentioned before, individual embodiments of truth are divided broadly into individual embodiments of truth in image, human beings, and individual embodiments of truth in symbol, the rest of creation. The universe is composed of countless individual embodiments of truth, mutually related to each other, in good order from the lowest level to the highest level. Among them, human beings occupy the highest level. Keep going.
Yeah.
Individual embodiments of truth revolve spherically around each other, with those of a lower level acting as object partners to those of a higher level. Thus, the center of any spherical movement is an individual embodiment of truth of a higher level, which acts as a subject partner. The centers of the countless symbolic individual embodiments of truth are interconnected from the lowest to the highest level, to the highest. The highest centers are human beings, who are individual embodiments of truth in image. Let us examine the centrality of human beings. Science holds that elementary particles are the most basic building blocks of matter and explains that they are composed of energy. Considering the purpose of existence of the individual embodiments of truth that make up the material universe at different levels, we can surmise energy exists in order to form particles. Particles exist to form atoms, atoms to form molecules, and molecules to form matter, and matter exists for the creation of all individual entities in the universe. Likewise, the activity of energy is for the purpose of forming particles. The activity of particles is for atoms. The activity of atoms is for molecules. The activity of molecules is for matter. And the activity of matter is for the purpose of constructing the universe.
Okay. Mina, what is?
What is the purpose of the universe? What is the center? The answer to both questions is none other than human beings. This is why God, after creating human beings, commanded them to have dominion over the universe. If there were no people to appreciate the universe, then it could be likened to a museum without any visitors. The articles on display in a museum attain their true value and are cherished as historical relics only when there are people who appreciate love and take delight in them. The relationship with human beings gives value to their existence. If there were no one to appreciate them, then what meaning would their existence have? The same holds true for the universe whose lords are human beings. The diverse things in creation enter into mutual relationship with a common purpose of human beings discover the source and nature of matter, and when they identify and classify plants and animals of the water, land, and air, and all stars in the sky, their common purpose is realized when they are assimilated into the human body as elements essential for people to maintain their psychological functions, and when they participate in the construction of a comfortable living environment for people in these other ways, human beings stand as the center of the created universe in terms of its external form. In addition, people relate to the universe from their position as the internal center. While the relationships discussed above are physical relationships, here we consider mental and spiritual relationships with the human body, though consisting of matter, fully responds psychologically, physiological to the emotion, intellect, and will of human mind. This demonstrates that matter has within itself elements which resonate with emotion, intellect, and will, elements which constitute the internal nature of matter. This is the reason all things in the universe respond to human emotion, intellect, and will, albeit to different degrees. We become intoxicated with the beauty of the natural world. We experience the rapture of mystical union. We experience this because we are the center of the internal natures of all things in the natural world. Human beings are thus created as the center of the universe, and the place where God and human beings become completely one is the center of the cosmos.
Yeah, thank you, Mama.
Let us discuss from another viewpoint how human beings are the center of the cosmos, which is composed of both the spirit world and the physical world. Every human being embodies all the elements in the cosmos. Yet, as we discussed earlier, everything in the cosmos can be divided broadly into subject partners and object partners. Had Adam, the first ancestor, reached perfection, he would have embodied all the subject elements in the things of creation. Had Eve attained perfection, she would have embodied all the object elements in the things of creation. God created Adam and Eve to have dominion over the natural world. Growing together toward perfection, Adam was become the king of all the subject elements in creation, and Eve was to become the queen of all the object elements. If they had then become one as husband and wife, they would have become the center that could rule the entire universe, consisting of subject partners and object partners. Human beings are created to be the center of harmony of the whole cosmos. If Adam and Eve had attained perfection and united as husband and wife, it would have meant the joining into oneness of the two centers of dual characteristics of all beings. Had Adam and Eve moved together in harmony and attained oneness, the whole cosmos with its dual characteristics would have danced in harmony. The place where Adam and Eve
Yeah.
place where Adam and Eve became perfectly one in heart and body as husband and wife is also the place where God, the subject partner, giving love, and human beings, the object partner, returning beauty, become united. This is the center of goodness, where the purpose of creation is fulfilled. Here God, our parent, draws near and abides within his perfected children, abides within his perfected children, and rests peacefully for eternity. This center of goodness is the object partner to God's eternal love, where God can be stimulated with joy for eternity. This is the place where the Word of God is incarnated and fought to fulfillment. It is the center of truth and the center of the original mind, which guides us to pursue the purpose of creation.
Okay, thank you. Just thank you. Consequently.
Consequently, the entire universe will perform a spherical movement with a unified purpose when it is founded on the purpose foundation established by a perfected man and woman who joins as husband and wife centered on God. Tragically, the universe lost its center when human beings fell. This is why St. Paul wrote that the creation has been groaning in travail while longing for the children of God. Creation awaits the people who have restored their original nature to appear and become its center. The omnipresence of God. We have learned that the purpose's foundation, built upon the three object purpose, the origin, division, union, action, proceeds in spherical movement around God and becomes one with God. This is the fundamental foundation for all beings to receive God's governance and be provided with with all the powers necessary for life. In a world where God's purpose of creation has been fulfilled, all individual beings embody God's original internal nature and original external form, and initiate spherical movements to build the foundation of God's governance. God is thus omnipresent. The multiplication of life. For living things to propagate their kind, they must reproduce, and this multiplication takes place through origin, vision, union, action, which is built upon good interactions. For example, in plants, seeds develop into flowers with stamens and pistils. Through pollination, they produce their seed and propagate their kind. Male and female animals mature, engage in courtship, mate, and bear offspring. All cells in animals and plants divide through give and take action. When the body acts according to the will of the mind, and the mind and body thus engage in give and take action, the individual will live a purposeful life. This individual will then attract like-minded people. As these companions work together productively, their group will grow. It may be said that the universe is formed by the multiplication of myriad substantial manifestations of God's original internal nature and original external form through give and take action in pursuit of the purpose of creation.
Okay, thank you. It's a lot. It's a lot, but it's pretty, you could say very simply, right? Very, a lot of writing, but in nutshell, what is this whole chapter means? It's my question. In nutshell.
I think it's showing the presence of God in everything, in nature, in human beings, how God manifests himself and how he propagates himself. It's pretty amazing, actually. I was quite amazed at this particular section. I mean, it's an amazing plan. God is really some mad part.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Because if the whole thing rested on Adam and Eve, that's the kicker. Because like God created masculine and feminine, right? But the only place where they come together in any form of like higher intelligence or true love is within human beings. Animals just procreate because of their instinct and stuff like that. But human beings are the ones that have the higher intelligence, and they do things in a what would you say, a intentional way. They intend to like create. So when they go off, then I can see, according to this, I can see why it says in the Bible that the whole creation groans in travail. Because it all hinges on Adam and Eve's. Because Adam embodies all the subject, right? Eve embodies all the object. So
Yeah.
the only way to get those two together is through love.
Mm,
And in any like real and honest sense.
mm,
So once they come together, then that's really like two aspects of God coming together and create goodness. That's pretty neat.
yeah. All right. Yeah. Last Sunday we had a, um, Bible study with one new minister from Spring Valley, and he gave us a speech. I mean, Bible study about this particular subject. It's God gave a blessing to Adam and Eve to have dominion over creation, and but because of the fall, that we lost that dominion. I kind of said that, well, even before that, actually, God lost his children. that's it's not just that we lost our dominion. So that is the kind of people's viewpoint that dominion supposed to belong to us, and like all the possessions, like material possessions, and today people thinks money, if you don't have money, you don't have a dominion over material money. But all these things supposed to be given to us from the beginning, but because of the devil took away from man dominion, so that's why we don't have those things, materials. But it's one thing is missing is actually the devil didn't take those dominion, but actually the devil took the dominion over man. God lost the dominion, over Adam and Eve. That was the saddest, most painful thing happened in the universe. So that's the things that, I realized, wow, that those ministers didn't get that particular point. So if once we kind of this divine principle review that, then the whole understanding of the God and the universe and Bible changes. So I thought, well, this is the really most powerful point of the divine principle. Yeah. But anyway, dominion of love, dominion of heart, and God loves human heart to respond to his heart. That is tragic. And then the human being never become a matured human being, meaning that did not mature their heart. So the universe or creation has no master to respond or giving a good beauty. Nobody understood them. That's why that's the tragedy of the creation, that nobody appreciates in the true sense. Yeah, it is true. It is amazing, right? Yeah. Is that somebody said that it was Jesse Edwards that he feels that he is now perfect because everything is really like so beautiful for him. When he sees the flowers and the mountains, the airs, and it's so beautiful. It's kind of beauty jumps into his mind and his spirit, and so he thinks he is now perfect. But anyway, that's good. Good to have those sensitivity. Yeah, that's amazing. Any comment, Justin? Rachel?
I was just thinking about the whole thing about how where it says where that human beings are the embodiments of truth in, what was it, image?
Yeah,
And then creation is the embodiment of truth in substance. Or no, symbol.
symbol. Yeah,
Symbol.
Symbol, yeah. So I just thought that was interesting, like just how, and and truth is God, right?
Mhm.
So it's just, yeah, I don't know, just thinking about stuff like that. It's just interesting how just, yeah, just I guess just back, I'm just how everything is just kind of just set up, because I keep going back to the true father said he learned about God through nature,
Mm.
and just how, like, so it just, that's kind of like the, God, initially we were supposed to just naturally, I think, learn about all these things and the nature of God and feel connected to God through like the nature and the world around us.
yeah,
And then eventually when we realize that, then we feel it through, and we feel it through ourselves and other people. And like, like also like they mentioned, how, parents are basically the representatives of God for the children.
Mm.
So just stuff like that. It's just interesting how like so everything is still here for us to connect back to God. We just have to like kind of like swim, like get through all like the dirt, not dirt, like the muck, and like really connect back to like the just the core. So I guess it's just back to like the just like nature and family, and that's kind of really all you, and like other, and just connecting with other people, that's kind of all you need, really. God gave it. Everything else is kind of just extra.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
yeah. That's true. The it's kind of Jesus said the most important commandment is love your God all with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind.
Mm.
That is the most important commandment of all. Everything will be included, and then the love your neighbor, you love yourself.
The second is likened
Second
unto
is
it.
like it. Right? So it's amazing. Jesus was so amazingly knew the truth, because he said heart, with all your heart. Heart is it's not like those physical heart, right? This kind of, or we have the all, the physical heart, but there is a heart. It's in Korean term is the shimjong, and then Japanese the shinjo. Almost same, but shimjong. So that is a core in essence of God, but just it's not you know activated in the human on the human mind, human essence. So that if that is activated and create a relationship of heart with God, everything is changes. Everything is become in order, proper order. So that's what our goal is. I think, change the world, change the world in terms of revolution of heart, that Father said, revolution of life.
Mm.
And most of people actually that doesn't know the distinction between heart and love, right? almost always use that kind of same, but it's different. Different. The heart is subject and love is the object, right? So this divine principle is so amazing. This subject object dual characteristic, but this so without this understanding, you cannot really understand this whole secret in the universe. That's what comes to my mind.
And to think that it all hinges on, you know, the world originally hinged on Adam and Eve.
Mm.
Now it's whoever their representative is, and then all the way down to each and every one of us, human beings.
Mm.
Because even the universe itself doesn't not feel its full value. Because, you know, flowers don't appreciate other flowers. You know, the carnation doesn't say, gee whiz, Rose, you're really beautiful today.
Mhm.
Only human beings can do that.
I mean, they don't have an eye. They can't even see it. Like,
And animals can't see
yeah,
fire.
animal can't
Can't
see
see
the
the
color.
Most animals, as far as we know.
Even those peacock, so beautiful, but I don't know what they're looking at each other. They can't really appreciate much. Yeah, so that's so good, so true. Also, more we, work with the Christian people, and we have opportunity to study Bible more and more, and then really start to appreciate that Jesus, he is so amazing. He revealed the truth, and he knew truth, and he lived in the truth. But anyway, so it's when we say God exists, and also God is yesterday and today and forever. But it's really, you can see the evidence of God did worked in a timeline, 2,000 years before 2,000 years, and on time, Jesus appeared and revealed the truth, lived in the truth, lived in the, true love, God, representing, manifesting God's heart. That's so amazing, So God is real. Then 2,000 years later, on time, to Father, appeared. Jesus came to Father. So that's so amazing. That these things are not fantasy or some kind of, some kind of novel. It's a real. God is real. That's more and more, can see. And Bible is so amazing. There's so many different people wrote. I don't know how many people are involved in different time, different people, but it's so consistent. Everything is kind of connected. And so that's also another thing. God is real. He do speak through people. Hi, Justin. You have your final comment.
Well, I don't know. I'm just thinking about like money. It's kind of like a representation of all things in a sense, like symbolically.
Yeah.
So if you think about like principle, like if you think about how to make money in terms of principle, it's really about like this four position foundation, like uniting with God, and then becoming that perfect object partner to God, who can really serve the world as God's representative, and then you serve other people. That's kind of, you find your other object partners that you can serve, and then they want to have give and take with you,
Mhm.
and they want to give to you, but also the whole universe actually will be attracted to you, want you to take ownership over them, because they want to be owned by God. Actually, they want to be owned by a perfect subject partner.
Yeah.
So actually, like somehow the universe, I think, attracts to people
Mm.
by all the things of creation, and that can be represented through money, through financing.
Right.
So I can kind of see that how that played out in also parents' life. You know, they never asked for money really. They weren't doing anything for the sake of money, but you know, everybody wanted to just give, and the universe wanted to be owned by their parents.
Yeah.
That's why they have, you know, this. They have a palace and they have, you know, all this. You know, in a sense, they don't have to worry about their own personal finances at this point. But yeah, it's because they went through all of that to become so united with God that the universe wants to be owned by them. So,
Yeah. That is Jesus said in Matthew 36 or something. Seek first God's kingdom, then everything else will be given to you. That was the word of Jesus. So he, so amazing. And the father, the parents lived according to that word. He seeks the kingdom, God's kingdom first. That's what our life is. We never looking for money. I think that is so true. You know, if you try to make money and living for the money, you never become rich. You know, in a true sense, because you're just so anxious, you're so afraid.
Slave to
You
the
know, you
money.
become a slave to the money. But if you're not living for the money, you know, living for the God's kingdom, seeking God's purpose, then everything will be given to you. So you'll be free man. Yeah. So true. Okay, great. That's a good conclusion. And
You should get the book in a couple of days, Rachel.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Is it going to the office?
Yeah.
yeah,
Under Papa's name.
yeah, under my name, so probably they will find it. You know, Marie will find it.
So maybe you have to tell her, because she might just hold it there or something.